Thank you very much. It's an honor to be presenting to this kind of an august audience, because I have been associated with India Development Center for a long time, and I do know how erudite and the kind of expertise that lies within this community. As such, what I do is really very small and very simple. I quite liked some of the topics that came up just now about quality versus quantity. I also like what was said about implementation of policies, because I am a very modest practitioner who began very small. We continue to be small, but we show great impact. Um, uh, I do not have a very sophisticated PowerPoint presentation. I'll just show a quick film of what we do, and then I will wrap up what I have to say very quickly. I'm asking my colleague Mahesh to share the screen and show the film.
Bangalore, known throughout the world for its sunrise IT industry, has a side to it that is seldom seen.
Again, there's no sound.
Begs the question, can the poorest children from these slums ever get access to quality education? Parikrama was founded in 2003 to impart quality education that prepares the poorest of poor children for life. Through the sheer quality of its education, it has been revolutionizing the way we educate our poor.
Change yourself and then try to change the world.
To ensure that the child is ready to pursue dreams, the Parikrama model has an end-to-end program by providing education from KG to 12. Parikrama provides scholarship and professional training for children to go through universities or even vocational training before placing them in jobs.
It's been 8 years since I've been working in Parikrama. It's been a great experience so far. A happy moment for me was to see the children really doing well in their 10th, and then later on picking up good offers in companies and definitely speaking wonderful English.
But serving the poorest of the poor means challenges in the path. The children come from households which are filled with violence and despair, and none of the parents have been to school. To ensure that the child continues to learn despite the stifling economic conditions, Parikrama has adopted a 360-degree development program that includes total nutrition, comprehensive healthcare, and family care. It's the circle of life, the Parikrama Way. Today, we witness a miracle as a proud ex-student, now a student of law, returns to the school for a happy reunion.
It's very important for us to stay connected. And the reason why I want to be connected with y'all is because I look at y'all as role models for the younger children. Shiva, now you're working in an IT company, right? Well, now that you're doing your biotechnology. You're preparing for your chartered accountancy exam. But if anyone has to fall ill, please fall ill and go to Manipal Hospital because she's the nurse there. You're an entrepreneur, that you're now a hotel professional. Okay, now Jalajakshi, you are very special. You're now a teacher in Parikrama. One of the questions that I want to know from you is all that you learned from Parikrama, are you being able to apply it in the outside world?
I've learned a lot of things from Parikrama. The confidence that I have now is because of Parikrama. And the knowledge that I've gained, I think that is also important. So I think I'm nowhere less to any other student in class, and I stand up.
Do you all remember the Parikrama motto?
Parikrama remains passionately committed to transforming lives through top-class education.
I enjoy debating because I can express my point of view, and I'm second to none. Am I inferior to anyone? Not me. And we Parikrama earned this special mention.
And in the process, to influence an entire system to change.
No bridge too far, no mountain too high. On, Parikrama, on, you must try, try, try. No bridge too far, no mountain too high. On, Parikrama, on, you must try, try, try. No bridge too far, no mountain too high. On, Parikrama, on, you must try, try, try. No bridge too far, no mountain too high. On, Parikrama, on, you must try, try, try. Honesty, integrity shall flow in our vein. Care and compassion, humanity shall reign. To walk with our heads held high. On wings of love we shall fly, fly, fly. No bridge too far, no mountain too high. On, Parikrama, on, you must try, try.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Um,
Very
It's
good.
very inspiring. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I was saying, that we are the largest education system in the world. We have 1.5 million schools, 8.7 million teachers, 274 million children from age 4 to 14 that ought to be going to school. But the saddest thing is only 30 million children ever complete school. And when I was in the corporate world and I was leading a very high flying life, working with the elite, I was very, very conscious that the service providers came from a background where they did not have access to the kind of opportunities that very small percentage of Indians do. And I wanted to do something about it. And that's why I quit my job, and I was greatly influenced by Mother Teresa, who I worked with personally when she was alive for 7 years. And I decided that, I needed to do something more than just talk and, give presentations. I just needed to get my hands dirty. And I started Parikrama from my kitchen table with all my life savings. I didn't want to ask anyone for money before, I had something to prove. And that's how Parikrama got started, with 165 children on a rooftop school in the middle of the slums. Today I have 5 centers, four schools and 1 college. We're serving 2,000 children from 99 slums and in Bangalore. And we have started adopting government schools. In fact, the government has invited us to take over their schools because they find that the kind of statistics that we have been showing, the impact that we have created is unparalleled, and they feel that we should share our best practices with them. And we've happily adopted 7 government schools by the end of 2026, we will have adopted another 10 government schools. And right now we have trained about 6,000 government school teachers and 500 headmasters, and we are impacting about 65,000 children. Those
Very
kind
good.
of numbers. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to say this is very admirable, and the team on this call should clap or do something to show the appreciation for the work you are doing.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. So, yeah, it is actually in some ways very exhausting, frustrating, but also very rewarding. Because all of you know, you all are very experienced, a lot more senior than me, and doing great work. You know that NGOs like us have three factors to face. One is sustainability, scalability, and impact. And invariably, a lot of organizations concentrate on and the pressure is to scale because of the numbers. How many children are you influencing? How many schools have you started? I have always been under that pressure, especially because when they see the results of one school, they say there should be many more such schools. We have the lowest dropout in the country, which is less than 1%. We have the highest attendance in the country, which is ranging from 96 to 97% for the last 22 years. So everybody gives a lot of pressure that you should have more schools. Look at the number of children that don't have this opportunity. But I've kind of held my ground because for me, quality has been very important. For me, I believe scale does not always necessarily have to be horizontal. It can also be vertical. That means it can really have intense impact and create replicable models that can be scaled. So sustainability, we have managed to survive for 22 years. I am not any Azim Premji or Narayan Murthy or Deshpande, and yet we have managed to survive without compromising quality for the last 22 years from very, very modest means. And we'd like to keep it as modest as possible, not be under pressure to, impact 2 million children, feed 3 million midday meals. We're not into that. We want to change lives. And so for us, we have a comprehensive model, which is, we know that kids that are hungry cannot study, and we provide all 3 meals in the school. We know that a kid if the kid is ill, cannot study, and therefore we take care of healthcare right from vaccination to hospitalization. We even go to the extent of assisting children from the slums to have kidney transplants. So you can imagine what the kind of involvement we have with our students. Then we also provide very high quality English medium education. I have been often criticized because there is this regional sentiment saying that we should be promoting vernacular language and not concentrate on English. But I believe the best way to provide equal opportunity is to give equal education, and English is the best levelizer. So therefore, I think at no stage should any child from poor homes feel inferior because they are not able to communicate in the language of the interviewer, or understand what is being taught to them. So we have concentrated on English language. Then, but I take up the challenge and I tell other educators that my kids are actually better in vernacular language than many government schools, but they are very proficient in English. So then I think the most valuable and the most important thing that we did on hindsight many years ago is to develop a community development center by working with the parents very closely. 98% of our fathers are alcoholics. 92% of our children have someone in their family in jail. So we're having to deal with different kinds of trauma and dynamics. And we are able to do it because I have social workers that are working very closely with the family members of our children.
Sure, Shukla ji, this
Yeah.
your elaborate and eloquent presentation is very impactful to this audience, and I know it is also impactful to the work you are doing back in India. And so I would like to, in interest of time, take it your talk to the next level, which is what do you want from this group?
Yes. Okay. So I was getting to that. What we have excelled in the last 22 years is getting our children. All 100% of our children are employable. Okay. I have students who are senior software engineers in companies like Cisco, in Accenture, in Infosys. Kids from the slums who would never ever imagine that they would get these jobs. I have lawyers. I have a student who's at the moment studying in Chicago College and with a scholarship from the US Embassy. She's studying at Walter Payton College Preparatory High School, and she's there straight from the slums. So we have excelled in getting our children have that aspiration to change their lives. But I've realized that there are 65 lakhs children that in the census of 2023 that don't complete school. There are so many children that are dropping out of school, and they are actually getting into the underworld. They are getting into antisocial activities.
So
Therefore, yeah.
Suklaji, so what is it that you wish to see
So I
happen?
am
Yeah,
starting a skill development center for these school dropouts. That's what I'm
good.
coming to. So
Okay.
while we have excelled in sending our children to universities, both in India and abroad, we also feel that we need to take care of the kids who are not able to complete school. So from the mid-November, I'm starting a skill development center. I'm calling it Parikrama Skill Empower Academy, where I'm only looking at soft skills that I would like to impart to children, and not large numbers, but looking at industries like hospitality, looking at retail marketing, looking at real estate brokerage, because we have developed those skills of that training. And I want to start a skill development center, and I guarantee 100% employment. So I would want support for that.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
managed to get initial startup funds, but I need a lot more to make it sustainable. So my appeal is, while we take care of kids going to universities, I also want to take care of kids who do not have the capacity to go to universities.
Excellent point. I think if you see the India in a macro sense, there are a couple of 100 million at a lower echelon and couple of 100 million at upper echelon.
Yeah.
And at both ends we are working. You are working on a tougher job and making impact in overall India's development. So I
Yeah.
think, and you for your next venture that you want some funding, and maybe you can send something uh, uh, to this group through, I think,
Right.
yeah, and then we can take it from there. Okay?
Sure.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Jitendra, sorry, I'll just intervene a little minute. Shukla, you mentioned about best practice, right? So
Yeah.
best practice, I think you said the first part, what you have is best practices, processes, right?
Yeah.
I can help
Yeah.
you with that. I can, if you, even for skill development, if you contact me, I can work you, I can give you what I showed you earlier, a graphical presentation of what are the process steps they need to be taken to achieve that, right? So please reach
Okay.
out to me and I do that. But apart from that, what you also said that what you've learned over the years, if you would just make a list of all the processes that are part of your organization, from let's say teacher intake or student
Yeah.
intake, all those things, just make a list and I can help you, flesh it all out, because I think that'll be a great way to share that with the community, with the whole country as such, what you have learned, because people can
Yeah.
learn from your experience and then try to replicate. Because once they visually see what you've done, I think it'll be easier. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, this is
Thank you.
the scaling part where the processes are more important to standardize, improve, scale. And that's where Avi has some deep experience, so he could help you with that. And also
Right.
through Mohanji, the other organizations and resources you could access. But
Sure.
I want to congratulate you on behalf of this group for the work well done. And I know you have been to this group before.
Yes.
Thank you for your continuing work and the great sacrifice you have done in your life to get even a better pleasure out of your life, serving this level of the folks. So
Thank you.
thank you again. Uh,
Namaste.